But that was until she had the baby girl that she named Emma, who was mixed race and clearly had a black father. And as you can imagine, that caused problems. James Troop Wallace went to the authorities and said that Henry had violated his daughter, and he got her pregnant. He signed an affidavit claiming that the act took place the previous winter, and he gave them a reason for why no one said anything sooner. He said Matilda had been afraid of Henry, that Henry had threatened her. But that explanation didn't make much sense. Not in the world they were living in. Because when white families believed a black man had touched a white woman, they didn't wait 30 days. They didn't file affidavits. They gathered the men, found the rope, and lit the fire. Henry turned himself in to McIntosh County Sheriff Thomas Blunt. And almost as soon as he got there, Sheriff Blunt wanted to move Henry to Savannah. He said it was for Henry's safety, to keep him away from the mob. But black people in Darien were not having it, and did not believe that for 1 second. They had seen this scenario play out too many times before. A black man who was supposed to be safe in the jail, and somehow he ended up miles away, meeting a horrific death without a single shot being fired at the jail. Remember I told you earlier that this was a black community that believed in self-defense? Well, Henry's sons sprang into action. They knew the mob was coming for their father, so they quickly ran around and rallied together a large number of Darien's black men to protect him. The men armed themselves and formulated a plan to prevent any attempt to remove Henry from the jail. On August 22nd, Sheriff Blunt tried several times to remove Henry. Each time a black watchman who was assigned to cover the jail rang the bell at the Black Baptist Church. And every time that bell rang, over 100 black men descended upon the jail and surrounded it and stopped Henry from being moved. Now, notice, I said they stopped Henry from being moved. I didn't say they stormed the jail. I didn't say they took Henry from the authorities or secreted him away. I didn't say any of that, because that's not what happened. These men were not trying to break him out. They just wanted the rule of law to play out, for Henry to get his day in court, for democracy and due process, not Jim Crow justice to decide Henry's fate. The black population of Darien came out and prevented Henry's lynching, but that would cost them severely. Because what happened next shows just how far those in power were willing to go to use the law to punish black people for trying to stop the law from being broken. After Sheriff Blunt was stopped from removing Henry, he and town officials realized they were powerless to act.